Heyo, I want to talk about at least two important subjects to me, and that are very in the forefront right now is my mental health, like transitioning in general, right? The both. We okay, so they really go side by side. My mental health and my transition. I think that's true for a lot of people, and about my transition, like transition and being and wanting to be there for people all over the world is actually very difficult because there are very, very many times where I'm like, I don't want people to know that I'm trans. Like, I don't get me wrong, I'm proud to be trans. 100% I am proud to be trans. But that's not all that I am. That's not all who I am. Like there are so many more layers and so much more than me and my gender identity. But my mental health has been low. Like really, really low lately. But I mean, I guess it's kind of odd because I went through so many months of I was feeling good, or pretty much like 90%, 85, 90% of the time, I was like actually genuinely happy. And I am trying to get back to that. Laying in this bed for like pretty much 3 days straight at this point, or 4 days, something like that, probably does not help. I was gone from my home for almost a month. I was gone for 3.5 weeks. And then I came back. I had to constantly be around people. But I didn't give myself a break. Getting used to eating healthy and showering every day or every other day and just getting used to a routine, finally having a routine, which I can keep, and then having to just let that go. It was extremely frustrating, and I was frustrated with myself, and mostly. For my mental health, I didn't give myself a break, and I was bottling emotions up because, I was like, all right, I gotta be around my family. And then when I realized that I needed to give myself a break, I kept pushing myself. And so for the past like 3.5 days, I have done nothing but sit on this bed and watch YouTube. And I did take a day off. I did take 18 hours off of social media. And I laid here, I read a book, I listened to music, I talked to my fish. And it was like actually really refreshing. And also about my mental health, I haven't been eating, but it's not healthy. And it's probably not exactly helping my mental health right now. This happens once a year, if not 3 times a year, where I go on a week that I just sit in my room or I sit in this one place and I like don't move and I barely, if not ever, eat. And it's not healthy, and I need to break the cycle, and that's actually very hard for me. Now we're going to transition. Battling my dysphoria, but also trying to keep my mental health in check is not a thing. My transition, I have been on T for 10 months, and I had to take some time off of T because I didn't have any. So I took like a month or two, a month and a half from October to December. And in the summer, it was June, part of June, part of all of July, and a little bit of August. So it's been unstable, my T injections. And so a couple weeks into December, I got that dreadful thing, and that was awful. I had a rough time with it, And my mental health really started to go down then because, you know, I was bleeding. I was having my period, and I had gone so many months without it, without the period, without anything like it. And I was like so comfortable. I was starting to be really, really confident in who I was and, you know, what I was doing and all of that. And then that happened. And after like 2 or 3 days, I was done. It was all fine and dandy. And I got home and I hadn't had it, and I got tea for Christmas, like actual testosterone for Christmas from a good friend. And then and Tuesday it happened again. I don't hear a lot of trans guys talk about it, but a period for me personally is absolutely traumatic. Like it makes me feel like 0% man, and it is the worst feeling ever. And, you know, I start struggling more and more with self-harm, and I start, you know, just struggling really, really bad, and holding it in isn't helping, and so I just explode, and that's not fair on me or the people that I explode to. And so that brings me to my next topic, is top surgery. And top surgery has been very much on my mind. A hysterectomy has been very much on my mind. For those of you who don't know, a hysterectomy is where they take out your insides for a female and they dispose of them for you. Editing Marcus here. Just so you know, that was the end of my thought altogether. That was it. And I want you to know that you aren't alone, and, like, seriously, you aren't alone. So that's what's going on with my mental health and my transition. It's just I feel a little better expressing what I'm feeling, what's going on, and all of that with you guys, but I don't know. There's still a lot underneath and going on other than that. So bear with me and just know that you're not alone. No matter what you're going through, whether it's an eating disorder, mental health, physical health, being trans, being of the LGBTQ plus community, you aren't alone at all. So peace, love, and happiness. Stay true, stay you.